Now, if you're already convinced that learning MATLAB is a good thing, this is a good place to start. And we assume that you haven't even opened MATLAB before. In this video, we'll get you familiar with Matlab's desktop. You start the MATLAB application by clicking on MATLAB icon in Applications folder or an analogous place for Windows or Unix. When MATLAB is started, a window is open. If you're opening MATLAB for the very first time, you will see what is called the default layout. In the default layout, the window occupying the major chunk of the layout is the command window. As the name suggests, you type in commands into it and you'll see that they are executed immediately. Let's go ahead and try out a few commands. Info gives the contact information of the company that created MATLAB. Well, if you want to call them, feel free to call 508-647-7000. Going to the more serious aspects, let's try out demo. Demo gives the list of demos that MATLAB has in its help directory. If you scroll down, you see you have videos which help you getting started with MATLAB and working with MATLAB, writing scripts and everything. You can use the command window as a fancy calculator. 2 times 3 is, well, 6. We can also find the values of trigonometric functions. 4 times sine 3 minus 8 is apparently minus 7.43. Tan of 7 is 0.8714. E power 4, the function to use is exp. You can create variables in the command window by typing in assignment statements. A is 2, B is 4, and you can also perform any valid mathematical operations on them. Cos of A times 3 is minus 1.24. Log B is 1.3. To the right of command window, you will find the Workspace window. The Workspace window stores the variables created in the current session. So we have A, B, and the default variable that MATLAB creates, ANS, in the Workspace. Below the Workspace window, you have the command history, which stores the history of the commands in the current and previous sessions. So if you want to look up the commands you used earlier, you can use the command history. Another way to look up the commands that you used is using the upward arrow in the command window. Directly above the command window, there is a pull-down menu for the current directory. The folder that is set as the current directory is where any script files or figures that you might create will be saved. We will see how to create script files in the future sessions. Now this is the default configuration and it can be altered by clicking desktop or using the icons at the top right corner of each window. So if I do not want the current folder in my layout, I can just click on the current folder and remove it. I can add other windows like, say, the variable editor, and it pops up in my layout. You can also completely remove them from the Matlab desktop by clicking on the cross at the top of the window. Also, you can undock or dock the windows by clicking on the curled icons at the top of the windows. Let's just undock the command history now and dock it back. You can also adjust the width of the windows according to your liking. So you get the idea, you can do anything you want with the layout so that it suits your preferences. Now we come to the most important thing to learn for a beginner, which is using MATLAB's help resources. MATLAB provides excellent online help. Just try to be a little creative and you can find help on almost anything MATLAB can do. Type help in the command window to find a list of MATLAB help topics. Now that's a big list. If you do not want to know the entire list of the help contents, but you do want to get the help for a particular function, type help and the name of the particular function. Let's say plot. Help plot opens the help file of the function plot and gives you how you could use the function. If you do not know the function you want to look for, you can type in look for some keyword and get the list of all the functions that have the keyword. Let's find out which functions have Cholesky in them. So apparently there are 7 functions in Matlab which have the keyword Cholesky in them. You can also get help from the help browser by clicking on help in the taskbar. The help browser contains different ways to obtain the correct information like list, a global index, and a search tab. In the next video, we'll look at creating variables in detail and doing some basic computations.